Okay, let's go through yesterday's trades, current positions, the watch list for today, and also yesterday's breakouts and breakdowns. So CLF did nothing yesterday, Pola did nothing, SGYP did nothing, Wix is a new position I took, had some great earnings, really nice fast growing stock. It is a little bit extended over the past year, but you know, it doesn't matter in these kinds, especially in this market. You know, this thing can easily go to 70 plus. Soda, I had a same thesis on this one, but I got stopped out on it. Bought the opening range highs, sold opening range lows. The problem with this one, or not the problem, but it's already had multiple earnings gaps, so it is also very extended. But sometimes these extended stocks are the ones that make the best moves. For example, Nvidia, it also had multiple earnings gaps, and then it had another one and just went up like 45%. SKX last year, or was it year before, had a big run on earnings, actually had a multiple year run, and had a gap and still kept going higher. Asia from last year had a big run for the earnings, had a gap, still kept going higher. So it's all about finding a good low risk entry on these things, because in a good market they can really just keep going, and we are in that kind of a market right now. So this Wix I still have, so that took a loss on it. Kala I trimmed some. No, sorry, I didn't. Pixelworks I trimmed some. Kala I trimmed earlier in the week. CLR I sold some. So most of these positions did nothing. Tesla I covered some. JNC. JNC actually I sold some. I sold everything before the close. It closed weak, and it had a nice IPO run. This thing may set up again and keep going, but right now there's really no support on like 20 or this $20 area. It's just dead money for now, in my opinion. Labo I sold some, just keeps going straight up. This, you know, like I've been talking about this potential biotech move for, you know, I talked about it like last week and the week before that, and it's just working out really well. ATH did nothing. BIB, I tried to short it near the open. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. So I shorted it pretty much when it went red, and went down a little bit, and it stopped me out and kept on going up straight up the rest of the day. Now this is probably gonna be my main watch, or one of my main watches for today. Like percentage wise, it's not a big move because this is like a large cap, if not a mega cap stock. So the percentage range is not huge, but it is up like 4 or 5 days in a row, and if it can open strong and then go red, like this thing has been up like $5, $6, $7 per day the past 4 or 5 days. You can very easily have a $5, $6, $7 down day. So you can short like, I don't know, 1,000 shares and make some decent money. You know, risk, like, it's all about finding a setup intraday where you can risk $1 or $1.50 and potentially make $4, $5, $6, $7. ETRM, I did not hold it overnight. I tried some, like all of these piece of shit stocks are going. So I was thinking, why not this one? It tried to pop a little bit near the open. Didn't really have any volume and just ended going sideways. But now it is kind of putting in higher lows here, and there is a sheet kind of a range here in 790 area. If it gets through that area, it can go. Or it may not. URA, I was watching several uranium related stocks also. like CCJ, and I shorted when it went red and made him a nice move down. I'm gonna keep it for a while, probably use break even as my stop, and I think it can go to like mid low 70s or something. Like I also had CCJ on watch, but this one just gapped down and went straight down out of the gate, so I didn't do this one. SVXY had a nice little mean reversion, like UVXY also went higher, even though the markets went higher. So I guess the market is getting a little bit of skeptical of this move. They're putting some premium on these volatility products, or UVXY and VIX and things like that. So those were the trades and positions. Let's look at the watch list for today. So AMD, I'm still watching it. Ideally, can go sideways in this tight range for a few more days, but the thing about this one is like the market is kind of, it is a little bit extended short term. Now this, like the spice could easily go to 240 without a pullback, but if there is some weakness, like small caps aren't that extended, biotechs are a little bit extended, Nasdaq is extended. So yeah, we are a bit extended overall in the indices. So the thing about AMD is I like the tightness, and it's very extended. Like the past year, it's up like 650%. It's a large cap stock. It's not like a small cap. It's a large cap stock. So these ones, it's very vulnerable to pullback. Let's just say that. So I think if it loses 1350 area, you can risk 10-15 cents to potentially get a $1.50, $2 pullback in this thing. So it's good to keep an eye on it in case the market pulls back. These things can fall very hard, these overextended names. HLF, there's nothing really here yet. Probably needs to go up at least another day. BIB, again, one of my main watches. ICPT, another biotech. Not really excited about this one yet. VRX, god damn it, it's at 1768 in after hours. Or it was 1768 in after hours. They had some expected drug approval or something. Oh god, I got bored of this one. It could have been a 5-figure trade. Oh well. CMBX, I need to extend more. I usually put these things a day or two too early on my watch list, just because I want to keep track of them. Nothing here yet. So this is my potential breakout watch list. Most of these things are 1 or 2 or 3 days from completing their patterns. So a lot of these are not ready at all. This one is getting really, really tight here. This one is a bit extended, and it could be a short watch too if it breaks this high mid 61 area. But again, the whole market needs to be weak. Otherwise, I won't touch it. This is my long watch list, because if it goes sideways a few more days, could be a long too with a very tight stop. It's very extended, very, very extended name, but if the market keeps going, this is the type of environment where you can start seeing some blow-off moves. So it's something to be aware of. But on the other hand, it could also sharply pull back. So you really have to have one foot out of the door. And you can't really get super biased in any direction. You can't get super bullish. You can't get super bearish. Just follow the market. So I have game plans for different scenarios that may happen. This one had decent earnings, just flagging after that. Another biotech. Now, it's kind of hard to buy these lagging biotechs, especially after biotechs have gone up sharply over the past 2 weeks. but it is kind of good looking though. Another biotech. Another biotech. This thing had some volume yesterday. It looks really good. Just really tight basing for, I don't know, 2 months almost. Looks great on the weekly chart, daily chart, really tight. Higher lows. Now ETR, let me put it in here. APRI looks great, just no volume on it, just ultra liquid, so I probably won't touch it. No, broke out yesterday, just I passed on it. CYH, like this one I was thinking about buying, but maybe on a shallow pullback with a very tight stop. It looks really good. This can go to like 850. Okay, so this is like the mostly micro cap watch list. Most of these are just set alerts, or I already have alerts. Like this TBIO looks really good. I think you can sheet over 72, 73 cents and add over 74. It's just looking very good. Not breaking down yet, and could have another leg up. Go to $1. Nah. This one over this high 8s could go. Ultra thin though. This one is starting to shape up. Again, a lot of these names are extended, but doesn't mean they can't go higher. It's all about finding a good risk-reward setup, a tight setup. Dry, still going sideways. You know what? It's this thing could. Let's see, 50s and 4. You know what? I'm thinking about. It's kind of the same scenario as it was here, like buy over the highs of the previous day, or short below the lows of the previous day. It's kind of the same scenario. And use like a 10-15 cent 15 cent risk. Yeah, actually looks pretty good. Plug could have another leg up. I would prefer more sideways. Setting up again. Now the entry was in the low mid 130s, so this is kind of ultra thin. Just setting an alert on it. This one, nah, I'll remove it. There's just too many things on watch right now. So those were the watches, and look at some of the breakouts that I thought were pretty decent, and breakdowns. This one really didn't have any volume, but in this market, this thing can go to 556. Hertz tried a little bit of bottom breakout, had some volume. Very, I don't know. I mean, can go to 25, 26. INSEE, one of the most shorted stocks in the market. Biotech just coming off a bottom. Very much negativity around it. Media, I love it. These are the ones that can go. Last time it had a 30% run off the lows. Had a little bit of a run here too, 16%. This is the kind of stock, you blink, it's gonna be at 12, 13 bucks. IPO broke out a little bit. The better entry would have been here. Celgene, another very slow moving large cap bio. This one had no volume. This one had some earnings. This thing just broke out late day, had no volume, but the chart looks great. Another bio, another bio, another bio, no volume. Well, didn't really look that great. Had some decent earnings, I think, last week. Ultra thin, China Solar, I think it is. Also another stock with a lot of short interest and negativity around it. Little biotech, slow moving. Now this one, I had it on my watch list. I was thinking about buying it, this 1950, this mid-19 breakout if it broke in volume, but it had some patent news intraday, just shot up to like 22, pulled back to high mid-20s. I kind of didn't see it. I had no alert on it or anything. I saw it when it was up here later and just missed it. This thing can very easily go to 30 in the next few days. But yeah, too bad. I'm not sure I would have bought it on the pullback. Maybe I would. But I don't know.